we're back on this 1983 Mark 1 Super Burner. It ain't going to look too much different from when you first saw it. But what I'm doing is getting it all cleaned up, getting it chrome polished, autosol, wire wool, and getting it rebuilt, back together, the wheels on, and just go through what condition I think, my honest opinion is, of all bits that are missing. In the background you can see a 1960s, 1950s Raleigh all steel bicycle. That is a subscriber's bike that the lady has asked me to clean up. We'll be doing that in a later video. I've got some green SKYWAYs down here. There we are. They're going to get fitted to a chrome burner that I purchased really cheap. Video of that coming soon. So yeah, 2 videos to look forward to at least. The knackered infrared chopper. New wheels have arrived for that one. That's going to get rebuilt. So yeah, lots to do. In the meantime, let's crack on with this Super Burner and getting it rebuilt. So I think you guys have already seen the condition of the frame. We do have some peeling of the gold Super Burner film there. Various elements of decay in the paintwork or the film. There's not a lot I can do with that, but I'm going to put some T-cut on the black forks. That sticker, when I first purchased it, I thought that was like an aftermarket sticker, but that is a correct sticker on those forks. Going to get some autosol, like I said, on the chrome bits. Just getting it cleaned up. It's going to be keeping the original bearings in the bottom bracket and in the headset. Original bearings throughout, but just going to get the wheels back on, getting it cleaned up, and getting it rebuilt, and that sort of thing. Down here, like I said, we've got the parts. The stem bolt. The SR stem is pretty... it's not pretty, is it? Very rusty. Basically, what I'm saying is I think I've saved it just in time. I think another 2 years out in the sticks where I picked it up from, I think it would have been beyond repair and just a breaker. But I think we're there. The chain tensioner, as you know, had snapped. I managed to source my parts, draw a couple of period correct chain tensioners. Anyway, let's put you in the cradle and get this thing rebuilt. So I forgot I was still on time-lapse mode. So quick voiceover now. Just a degreaser on the frame and some wire wool and some hot water and some cloths. Looking much nicer now. So just a scouring wire wool on that chrome crank arm. Again, like I said, this chrome is showing its age. But if you can at least address it and try and get it all cleaned up to the best of your ability, this bike is never going to be show standard. It's never going to be mint, but it is a survivor using all the survivor parts, but just cleaned up and working the best you can with it. There are better bikes out there, of course there are, but there's a whole lot worse bikes. This one is a survivor, and I actually find it fascinating. Now, the top tip for today is don't leave your tube of autosol on the garage floor, because then you stand on it and then the autosol doesn't come out the top, comes out the sides. But yeah, good stuff, and I always rate this stuff. Gets deep into that chrome and gives it a good shiny presentation to it. What are they, about £6 from the precinct? Any good hardware store or Motor Factors, Wilco, Halfords, etc. They all sell autosol. just working now with crank arms. The pedals have had some spray on them, some black to back or back to black spray, and yeah, working with what you got and just assessing it all. Like I said, there's new projects coming to the channel. This super burner will be for sale. If you want it, drop me a message. Again, now working on the back of the crank arm, the chain ring. You can see it eating through. This surface rust is like 40 years old, and it's getting through it all. I dropped my tripod. My tripod fell over, so I'm working with one hand. There'll be a new tripod on order, so I can get the phone, the camera back in the cradle. In the meantime, just bear with me, working through it all slowly. So that's the crank all cleaned up. Not brilliant, but I'll go over it again with water salt. And in the meantime, this SRMS422 stem is a bit rotten, but I think with some work I can at least make it a little bit cleaner, more presentable. See what I'm saying? Because I think if that was left any longer, that would be rotten. But this bit here is pretty straightforward to clean up. Again, firewall. You can see the results there just by barely just touching it. Let's get that done. So just quickly cut back in there. Like I said, the tripod, let's zoom out a little bit, hang on. So the tripod stand is broken, it fell off a table. So the seat's in, nice clean seat, cleaned up well. The chrome's cleaned up well, and then the seat clamp, the R nut is back on, cleaned up well. Bars are on, front brake, again, cleaned up well. I've dressed those front forks. They're looking much more shinier. Like I said, this bike will never be mint, but it's a survivor. And I love survivor bikes that show their age and patination. And I get quite fond of this and get quite passionate about showing the age. I love this little bit here where the Raleigh, you see that? So that's a Raleigh along there, and then the emblem of the R is slowly starting to fade. And obviously the super burner is intact, but yeah, I've got some tanned grips. Now this would have come, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it had the Viscount grips on it. But I picked up these pretty battered tanned grips. Now, some of you might remember in the original video, it had on it a black and a red dotty grips. They weren't like Nightburner, they were larger dots. I've sold them on 30 quid. So 30 quid comes off the purchase price of this super burner. So far, I spent no money on it apart from these grips. I think these were £30. So £30 I got back. I've replaced with some tanned grips. These are correct for a bike. It was either these or Viscounts. It certainly wasn't the black and red dotties. Definitely with tanned or Viscounts. Let's get them on. Tanned Japan, lovely. Nice firm ends, you can see there. Unfortunately, a bit of damage along there. Maybe looks like a vice. Someone tried to get out. Vice, yeah. But yeah, let's get them on. Like I say, no cradle. Just got to get them on and cut back in. So it's looking better. Looking better. Nice and cleaned up there. The pedals now spin freely. Everything's unseized. Brakes are on. Nice original chain to that. But as you know, every kid in the 80s wanted Skyways on their super burner. Now, believe it or not, I've still got this little Mag 20. I might, just for randomness, stick those Skyway Tuff 2s on the super burner. Over here are the original wheels, but they are so rusty. They need literally hours spent on them, cleaning them up. I don't want to put them on the bike just yet because I've got a lot of work off camera to get those spokes nicely cleaned up. That's the original tyres that are on it, the V Tyre company, just there. So yeah, okay, they're survivors and they do match their paintwork, but let's just to see what it's like, let's get those Skyways on that super burner and let's get this video wrapped up. So the question was, the Skyways went on the gold super burner, which meant the green Skyways have gone on this mag burner, and I think it looks better than the black ones. There it is, Skyways on the Super Tough, not permanent. I need to sort out replacement tyres, and the chain was being a bit of a strange one because the linkage wasn't sitting right, so there was no chain on it. It also needs chain tensioners, but drop it in the comments. Super burner is finished in terms of its paintwork and chrome cleanup. That is as far as I am prepared to take it. It's a survivor, it's not a restoration, it's a rebuild, assess, put it back together kind of bike. The black Skyways are only on whilst I clean up those original wheels, and then they'll go back on. But we'll drop in the comments, what do you think about the Skyways on the gold? And obviously the tan grips as well, they're on. I think they look good. Maybe needs a pad set. I've got to adjust this cable, put a cable tie around there, or the pad, but I love that survivor look. Anyway, lovely. Yeah, a strange video today. A bit all over the place. My tripod is broken, but ultimately, plan was to get this thing rebuilt, get it back on its feet, and then work from there what to do with it. Going forward with the channel, like I said, magnet fishing coming up. We're going to some canals around here, some towpaths, some lakes. There's plenty around here up near the Broads that way, and we're going to do some magnet fishing. I don't know how it's going to work out in terms of filming it. It will get filmed. I'm taking a little RSW with me as a storage bike for the rack on the front, little basket. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of fun. I don't expect much from it, but wouldn't it be great if I found some really cool stuff in that. As always, like and subscribe if you're new. Drop a comment. What do you think of that super burner with the black Skyways? My hands are freezing. I'll catch you in a few days on that subscriber bike and that red infrared chopper. I'll see you soon. Good weekend.